Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here I'm going to talk you through the features of our Vermont XLP from our premium collection. You can see that the Vermont XLP is a large tunnel design tent which is aimed to sleep up to 7 people. With the tent being in our premium collection, you'll find that the fly sheet we're using here is our Outex 5000. This is a polyester material which has been PU coated on the inside. It has fully taped seams and it has a hydrostatic head of 5000mm, ensuring that it is completely waterproof. The frame that we use on the tent from front to back is all made up of steel poles, so obviously these are very strong and very stable as well. And the nice thing here is that every single pole from front to back is identical, so when it comes to pitching it's as simple as it can be. Some other features then, we have our innovative Outwell wind stabiliser here, and we'll just show you how that works. We have these Velcro tabs which are directly attached to the fly sheet. We then wrap these round the poles and secure them in place with the other Velcro strap here. So there's one at the top and at the bottom of every pole. We then have our guy lines coming off of these, and when these are pegged out, it brings the fly sheet against the frame of the tent, making sure that the tent's going to be as stable as possible even in high wind conditions. The guy lines themselves are all our classic luminous Outwell guy lines, so these hopefully will stop you from tripping over them quite as easily. Each guy line has its own retainer, so when it comes to packing down the tent, we can take the guy line and wrap it up in our hands, just popping it in here so that the next time we come to use the tent, the guy lines are easily accessible. Another feature that we have on this tent is the easy pegging system. This is where we supply you with 3 different pegs for the tent. So we have our solid steel pegs here for the 4 corners of the tent, making these your anchor pegs. We then have the luminous plastic peg for all of the luminous guy lines, and we have the black plastic peg for all the other pegging points. So the easy pegging system, just making sure that you get the right peg in the right place. Some other features that you'll find on the outside, we have large ventilation panels down the side and around the back of the tent. This is just going to allow cool fresh air into the tent on a warm day, but if it gets a little bit too chilly, then we can simply take these away just by removing the Velcro tabs and pushing down like so. Some other features then, we have large windows all the way around the tent as well, and each one of these windows has been tinted, and that serves 2 key functions. One is to reduce the amount of glare from the sunshine inside the tent, and the second is obviously just to give you a little bit more privacy as well. Around the front area of the tent, you'll see that we have these mud valances, and these are here so that when water runs down off of the fly sheet, it's going to run away from the inside of the tent. Stepping round to the front door, you can see that it's certainly a full walk-in style tent, so plenty of height here and a good width as well to enable you to get all of your storage and furniture and things like this into the tent easily. A nice feature here on this tent is that the 2 panels either side of the door can actually be zipped open and rolled up as we have done with the front door, and then the panels on the side of those can actually be rolled back as well to create a real open front tent here as well. So then when we step into here, you'll see that we have the panorama room on the front here. So this is where the tent is curved all the way around, and then every single panel has one of our tinted windows that I just mentioned. If you want a little bit more privacy or you don't want quite as much light coming into the tent, then you can see here that every single window has its own curtain, and these can be toggled down and closed away, or obviously using the zips you can choose just exactly how much light or privacy you're getting. Some other features that you'll find in the panorama room, we have these handy hanging rails here, and there's one on either side of the tent, so these are going to be ideal for any of your kitchen accessories or wet clothing and things like this. The ground sheet in this area is a double coated polyethylene, so it's a really tough, durable ground sheet, and it just toggles into position. Now, this is a minimum hydrostatic head of 10,000mm. Then when we step into the main living area of the tent, we're using the exact same style ground sheet. The only difference is that it's fully sewn in, so completely sealed side to side, so you're not going to get any drafts coming in, and hopefully you're going to keep out those unwanted bugs as well. You can see that the front section of the tent into the living area is separated by this large dividing wall, which has really substantial ventilation panels on here, and these do have curtains on the back which can be closed over. And a real nice feature here is that the zip actually goes all the way across, so we can open this door completely to create one large open space, or obviously we can then zip it fully closed as well. Stepping into the main living area of the tent, you're just certainly aware of how much space there is in here. I'm around 1.95 meters tall, and you can see above my head there's plenty of space and lots of room in here for tables and chairs and storage and things like this. On storage, we actually have our walk-in wardrobe built into this tent as well. And you can see on the inside of that we have a hanging rail, so ideal for use with any of our products that are designed to hang. And this, like I said, does come with as part of the tent. Other features in here, we actually have 2 more entrances, each of which again have a large window on here with its zipped curtain. The nice thing here is that we can roll this door up on the outside and drop down the mesh panel, again to help with ventilation, and it's the same on the door on the other side. At the top of the tent is where you'll find our lantern hanging point, and then running away from this we have cable tidies which run all the way down to a cable entry point, and this just allows us to bring electrics into the tent without having to run any cables through any doors. At the back of the tent is where you'll find the sleeping compartments, and as I mentioned earlier, this tent can sleep up to 7 people. You see that the way the bedrooms are attached to the tent is using our wave-shaped hanging point system. What this does is it takes any stress points away from the seam of the bedrooms, ensuring that when these are fastened in here, they are done so in a secure fashion. Other features, you'll notice we have some mesh storage pockets on the outside, ideal for your smaller personal possessions. And then just as a bit of detail, just on here, you'll see that all of the doors have this double piping along the zips, which is colour coordinated to tie in with the colours of the tent, but from a more functional point of view, it also enables us to very simply and easily open and close the zips without them catching on any material. You'll also just notice here that the bedroom doors all have mesh panels, again with curtains behind these, so you can close these for a little bit of more privacy. Some other features in the bedrooms, we have some storage pockets on the 2 side bedrooms. We also then have large ventilation panels across the rear, and you can just see that the bedrooms themselves are separated with these sheets of material which completely zip closed. But obviously we can open these up to create one large bedroom. And another feature here is the fact that we're using our universal bedroom. So what that means is if you want to, we can simply get rid of one bedroom altogether by unclipping around the front like so. And if we did that all the way around here and all the way around the back, we take the zips in the middle and drop this down, then you can see that the whole bedroom would drop down. We can then roll that away and clip it in place, giving you 2 bedrooms and even more living space within the tent itself. Optional extras for this tent include a carpet for the living area, there's a footprint available to go under the ground sheet, and there's also a side awning available. So that's all the features of our Vermont XLP from our premium collection. Thank you very much for watching.